Good morning, Greater Latrobe. From the WCAT-TV studio, I'm Ariel Teppert alongside Alexis Knoll.
Coming up in today's show, the French Club is sponsoring a movie night. The Guidance Office has a special event planned for next Monday, and the second episode of The Scratching Post is released. All this and more on your WCAT-TV news.
Seniors, if you have not done so yet, please be sure to check your email from November 7th to complete the Google form for diploma information.
The High Post is sponsoring this year's Turkey Bowl. The Barrier Ball tournament will take place on Wednesday, November 23rd from 7:30 a.m. to 10:45 a.m. Get your team of 8 players ready and pick up the registration form outside of Mrs. Stallings' room, C111. The cost is $7 per player, cash only. There is a limit of 20 teams, so do not delay.
Support the French Club by attending an international film night this Friday, November 18th from 5:30 to 8:30 in the CSC. They will be showing the film Joyeux Noël, or Merry Christmas, which tells a true story of 3 respective armies during World War I on Christmas. Snacks from French Express will be provided. It's $5 for adults and $3 for students and kids. You can purchase tickets at the door or in the commons area during all of Lunch and Learn on Friday, November 18th. Families are welcome.
Now let's get a check on the weather. We go to Emma Urick for your 3-day forecast.
Good morning, Wildcats. Here is your 3-day forecast. Today we have cloudy skies with a high of 37 and a low of 27. Tomorrow, expect a high of 34 degrees with a low of 23. Finally, on Saturday, it will be partly cloudy with a high of 32 and a low of 21. That's your 3-day forecast. Thanks, and back to you.
The next practice for the forensics team will be Monday, November 21st from 3 o'clock to 4 o'clock in H104, Dr. Bomb's room. Membership is still open and new members are welcomed.
The Hugh Lane Wellness Foundation will be sharing an activity in the CSC on November 21st during both Lunch and Learn sessions. The activity will be centered around the idea of family and how family can be defined in many ways. Students will use their creativity to illustrate signs as visual representations of what family means to them. All students are welcome to join.
We now go to Jacob Kramer for the Wildcat Sports Report.
Hello Wildcats. In local sports news, the varsity boys hockey team has a game against TJ at 7 at the Ice Castle. In national sports news, the Penguins play in Minnesota against the Wild at 8 o'clock. That's all for sports news. Thanks, and back to you.
Thanks, Jacob. The Inner Sight Bridges program located on lower H level rooms 105 and 106 is offering a variety of groups during Lunch and Learn. Feel free to bring your lunch and sit and relax while enjoying art, activities, and discussion topics on the following: Mindfulness Monday, Anxiety and Self-Care, Self-Control and Coping Strategies, Forgiveness of Self and Others, and Building Emotional Strength. Groups are limited to 6 students and will be offered weekly. Sign-ups are on the Google form sent to your email by Mrs. Pellegrino on Tuesday, November 15th.
Wondering what's on the menu today? Here is Zoe Favata with What's Cookin'.
What's cooking, Latrobe? Cooking up in the main line, we have Wild Mike's Cheesy Bites with zesty curly fries and broccoli tops. In the sandwich line, we have hamburgers, cheeseburgers, and chicken patties. Pizza options for today are cheese, pepperoni, and sausage. In the grab-and-go bar, there's fresh salads and deli hoagies. The soup of the day is broccoli and cheese. That's what's cooking. Thanks, and back to you.
Thanks, Zoe. Poetry Out Loud is a national competition in which students memorize and perform poems, competing on the school, regional, state, and national level. There are cash prizes for both the student and the school for both the state and national winners, plus an all-expenses-paid trip to the national championship if advancing that far in the competition. Participation in such an activity is a great way to show creativity and build communication skills through interpretation. Dr. Bomp is hoping to put together a competition here at Latrobe. It is open to all students in grades 9 through 12. Anyone interested should contact Dr. Bomp or stop by H104 to ask questions.
Now here is Lily Haverly with entertainment news.
Good morning, Wildcats. Today in entertainment news, this Tuesday, pre-sale tickets for Taylor Swift's upcoming Eras Tour became available for purchase exclusively with the company Ticketmaster. This exclusivity in sales, however, caused an abundance of issues for many fans, such as website malfunctions and login issues. Though a majority of these issues have since been ironed out, the company deciding to sell tickets for the rest of her show dates on separate days to reduce website traffic, tickets prices have skyrocketed due to the demand. The U.S. leg of the Eras Tour begins March 18th in the State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona, and wraps up August 5th at the SoFi Stadium in Los Angeles. That's all for entertainment news. Thanks, and back to you.
Thanks, Lily. The High Post reporters Peyton Myers and J.D. Robinson have created a podcast with WCAT-TV producer Nick Manalakis called The Scratching Post. Here is a preview of their second episode.
Welcome back to our second episode of The Scratching Post with 2023 class president, captain of the football team, captain of the wrestling team, Kent State commit, and boyfriend of my sister Mia, Corey Boria. Welcome.
What's up? How are you guys?
Well, you
Is
gonna
that
snap
what we
with
do?
us? Yeah.
My bad.
How you doing today, Corey?
Amazing. How are you guys?
Good. A little
Unreal.
underdressed.
I know. I didn't get the memo. You guys didn't tell me.
It's all good. It's all good.
I've been rocking a bow tie though.
Yeah, I should have let you know.
Should have. That's on us.
Yeah, that's on me.
Yeah.
All right, Corey. Wani, you want to start off?
So my first question for you is, what was it like growing up in a sport like wrestling and football? Yeah, when I grew up, I played wrestling, football, and baseball actually too. We were on the same team,
Yeah,
and
that's
then
right.
beat you in Cooperstown over at
that's
FOE. Some good memories, huh?
Good memories.
I don't know, it just
Whatever.
kept me busy. I liked flying around from sport to sport.
So when you were a kid, what was your favorite sport growing up?
I couldn't tell you. It's probably honestly football, just because of the connection with me and my dad when that came around. We were always super close. I just enjoyed it a lot.
Gotcha.
Team atmosphere, definitely
Yeah.
was football as a young kid.
I think the big thing right now, especially with football, is playoffs. You have to, a lot of history is being made around the school with girls volleyball, girls soccer, and now you guys, what year was it the last time they made playoffs?
Last year we made playoffs was 2019. Last year,
Or last playoff win, that's what
last
I meant
playoff
to say.
win, technically it's like 1968, I think.
Was it 68?
But they didn't have like playoffs. It was just they won their conference and they played like a 1 versus 2.
And then that was it.
That was it. So technically our first playoff win.
Ever. Okay,
Yeah.
that's what I said, and somebody corrected me. I was like, oh, since 1968, and I was like, well, I was told
Yeah,
it's first playoff win.
for sure.
So that's pretty big.
Visit thehighpostonline.com to watch and listen to the entire episode.
The following colleges will be in the Commons area during Lunch and Learn.
Thanks for tuning in to this edition of WCAT TV News. Have a great day, Latrobe. We are GL.
Go Wildcats!